Hare Krishna, Gaurachandra Gopinath Prabhu,
Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam Prabhu.
Dandavats Pranam Prabhu.
Are you ready? Can we start?
Yeah, so I just let you know
Hmm.
that I'm on a mobile network. I don't have a proper Wi-Fi. In case there is a delay, please wait,
Sure.
or I'll switch off my video.
Okay.
So either of one things will happen. Yeah.
Sure, Prabhu. Sure. Okay. So we'll start. So Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to all. Thank you for joining. As usual, His Grace Gaurachandra Gopinath Prabhu is there with us today to enlighten more about Srila Prabhupada Lilamruta. Welcome to Prabhu. We can start.
Okay. I just we'll just remember few lines of Srila Prabhupada, which His Holiness has written, Japat Maharaj, what Yati Prabhupada na hoito. With that Vaishnava bhajan, few lines, then meaning, then we will start today's session. Yadi Prabhupada na hoito, tabe ki hoito ye jivana bahita kishe. Yadi Prabhupada na hoito, tabe ki hoito ye jivana bahita kishe. Nitai Gaurera Apara Karuna Edita Shakala Deshe. Nitai Gaurera Apara Karuna Kedita Shakala Deshe. Yadi Prabhupada na hoito, tabe ke hoito, ye jivana bahita kishe. Paschate rajata, papi durachari, sunyavadi mayavadi. Tatera udara, karibare mana, heno kondaya nidhi. Tadera udara, karibare mana, hena kondaya nidhi. Yadi Prabhupada na hoito, tabe ke hoito, e jivana bahita kishe. Tadera nikate konjana shibilitarina. Tadera nikate konjana shibilitarina. Sabya jiva rupe gadite tadera hoite aguya. Yadi Prabhupada na hoito, tabe kwe hoito, ye jivana bhagita kishe. Deshe deshe hari vigraha seva, arati ratri dine. Deshe deshe hari vigraha seva, arati ratri dine. Ratayatra Mahotsava Shaba Shaikita Konjane Yadi Prabhupada na hoito tabe ke hoito ye jivana bahita kishe. Translation: If Srila Prabhupada had not come, what would have happened? How would we have passed our lives? Who else would have distributed the unlimited mercy of Lord Nityananda and Lord Gauranga all over the world? Which other compassionate person who would have endeavored to deliver the miscreants, sinful, impersonalist, and voidistic people in the West? Who else would have come to distribute Harinam to them? Who else would have come forward to transform them into civilized beings? Who else would have taught them how to worship the deity, form of Lord Hari, day and night? with Arati Kirtana and how to conduct Rath Yatra and other grand festivals. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamagyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uda Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Patan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Cha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Dinamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyate Deshadarine Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratashe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhesha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Guru Dinadarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Harihi Om Tat Sat Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna. Hare Krishna. I seek all the Vaishnavas assembled here. Prashadeshwar Prabhu, Daimai Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Radharani Mataji, Hare Krishna, Ravilochan Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Saraswati Mataji, Rukmani Rupa Mataji, RG, I don't know, Sarvaguna Mataji, Hare Krishna, Shailaja Mataji, Shabaradhika Devidasi, Sweta, Sugunamai Mataji, Uma Shankar, Uttara Mataji, Hare Krishna to all of you. So today we are continuing the same topic last week. Last week I did give Shastra Praman about where is predicted in Srila Prabhupada. They say Jagat Guru Acharya, ISKCON, because our ISKCON you are telling Srila Prabhupada. Are there any Shastric evidence through which we know Srila Prabhupada is the Jagat Guru? Then we've seen from Muli, one of the Alvar, 500 years ago. He predicted that entire Kali Yuga will sing and dance. Yamadharma Raja will lose his job. And Bhakti Devi herself saying, I will go to the abroad. Bhakti, we know that Bhakti cannot go alone. So somebody needs to take Bhakta, needs to accompany Bhakti. Only Bhakta can give. So how did this spread in all over the world? That's only Srila Prabhupada. And also all the rivers talking to Krishna. Krishna, you're winding up your pastime. What should we do? He says, you stay here. My devotees will come. So they will purify the chanting kirtan they do. You will get purified. And also we have evidence from our Gaudiya scripture, Chaitanya Bhagavat. It has been predicted, Mora Senadati Bhakta, Aibe Tataya. So my Senadi Bhakta commander in chief will come. That has been predicted. So these are the some of glimpse of. There are so many evidence of Srila Prabhupada. Somebody can work on it, compile it, circulate it in our temple. That would be nice. But these are some of the evidences of Srila Prabhupada predicting in Shastras, because we go by Sadhu, Shastra, and also Bhaktivinoda Thakur predicting, all those acharyas, previous acharyas predicting, and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur predicting Srila Prabhupada. So we go by Guru Sadhu Shastra. So this is the Shastric Praman. We should work on more and establish Srila Prabhupada's supremacy. And also we have seen how the capital of devotion to capital of degradation, Prabhupada achieved something unimaginable, because I was keep again telling, when you're age of 70, you would understand what Srila Prabhupada done it. continuously, not even a single day, even though he traveled, he did a translation. I don't know, there is jet lag and other things. Is beyond the jet lag and beyond the issues of temple issues, beyond the preaching schedule, time. He was racing against time. And he wrote so much volume that even this lifetime we can't read it. Even one page, one shloka, you read it a day, it's going to take 120, 140 years to read the entire book of Srila Prabhupada, which he did it in 9, 10 years. I don't know, we can't even imagine the volume of books he written, volume of preaching he has done, unknown place with no money, no support. Um, so, so today we will see the actual Prabhupada Lilamruta from the Satsarup Maharaj, His Holiness Satsarup Maharaj return. So he had a very devotionally vibrant childhood. Prabhupada childhood was very vibrant. And uh, so we need to also understand sometimes we get demotivated in the preaching, saying that, Prabhu, I tried so much, but nobody is coming. People are very materialistic. I don't get any results. I try so many years. I've been preaching, but I'm not successful. Please note that Srila Prabhupada was preparing for 69 years. His preparation, the achievement, what Srila Prabhupada did, we'll say, oh, he's pure devotee, he could able to do it. Even though his pure devotee was setting an example, his preparation was 69 years. Then he could able to achieve his feat in 70, and that 10 years of time. So we also need to know that the preparation takes time, and Prabhupada was trying various means to launch BTG's League of Devotees in Jhansi, convincing people, getting membership, trying to print his Bhagavad Gita books, manual, so many obstacles in his life. So we need to just imagine, oh, Prabhupada did 69 years of preparation. Let me also go beyond that. So that's another thing I want to call out. And Prabhupada, he would be sleeping and father would be doing Aarti. We would hear the bell and wake up to see him bowing down before Krishna, Srila Prabhupada. So Prabhupada, he remembers his childhood memories very fondly because he said, I learned everything from my father except the book distribution from my guru. But otherwise, Krishna conscious family, Krishna conscious father, mother, their lineage is Krishna conscious. So everything is Krishna conscious right from the beginning, worshiping of Radha Krishna, following for regulative principle. So lucky, only fortunate souls who take birth in the Vaishnava family. So if you're already a devotee and your children's, they are from Goloka, that's because right from the beginning, they don't know what is for regulative principle. But when I came to Krishna conscious, it was late. So some of the regulative principle I was breaking. I was not coffee and tea, I was still taking. So that way, we see that, there are fortunate souls who take birth. So Srila Prabhupada was one of the fortunate person. His father would read Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavatam, bringing sadhus. It was full Krishna conscious life for him. So we saw quick biodata, which I skipped that. And also we have seen the birthplace of Srila Prabhupada, Toli Kunj video we saw. And we also saw the Radha Govinda temple where Prabhupada would regularly go. So I would start today's class right in the sequence in which His Grace Satsarup Maharaj, His Holiness Satsarup Maharaj is written. So it goes right from the age of 0, from the birth, to age of 16. So the entire chapter covers the Prabhupada at a different age levels, what he did. So that's what we are also would cover in the sequence. So this is the day 0 where birth pastimes happen. So it was a Janmashtami day. All the Vaishnavas, it is culture in Bengal, especially still the tradition was there. The Vaishnavas there fasting midnight. They were all chanting Hare Krishna mantra, hearing Lord Krishna's glories. So entire community is so vibrant. So when Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taken birth, how the solar eclipse, everybody was chanting Hari Hari. Similarly, everybody was chanting Janmashtami. How Krishna came here in the deck birth to deliver Yada Gyade Dharmasya Glanir Bhavati Bharata Abhyutanam Adharmasya Tadatvanam Sujameham Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinachaya Sadushkritam Dharma Samsthapanataya Sambhavami Yuge. So Krishna came to establish Dharma and also reclaim the he gave the pleasure to the devotees to give pastime. Similarly, the next day, Nandotsava was so happy that Nanda Maharaj was giving so much in charitable. So Srila Prabhupada, Krishna gave Srila Prabhupada as a gift to us. Amarendra Prabhu, one of the class, he mentions that, it was a gift from Nanda Maharaj or Krishna is born. There were so many was given. So Srila Prabhupada was the next day in the Nandotsava festival. So he born in the next day of Janmashtami. A little house in Tolikunj, that's where his mother Rajini is to stay. So that's why they named him his uncle Nandulal. That's because it was on Nandotsav he born. So they named him Nandudulal. But his parents, Abhay Charan and Gormohan, they wants to name him Abhay Charan, one who is fearless. If you see Srila Prabhupada complete name, Abhay Charanaravenda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. His guru, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when he got initiated, Abhay Charan was changed to Abhay Charanaravinda, like that. Then the Bhakti Vedanta title was added later by the Gaudiya Society, seeing his contribution, his knowledge. So Swami was added when he took his sannyasa. So right from the name, you can see that he didn't change, because one who is fearless, Abhay Charan was always fearless. So Abhay Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So and Srila Prabhupada title was added by his devotees fondingly. So that way we can see his not much changes in his name, right from his guru to sannyasa guru to everybody's. He started few titles, but otherwise his name remains same. One time I remember this Abhay Charanaravinda Prabhupada telling his name. It was, I think, in Jugu, Mumbai beach. Prabhupada was one of the beach in India. I think it's Mumbai. He was walking with his Western disciples, newly came, and there was a big dog. It was not a dog, but it looked like more of a deer, or it's a big gigantic dog. It is, it's very heavy, and it looked like a little lion, I would say. So it was a big dog, and it was started chasing for various reason. Prabhupada was walking and other disciples, and everybody was scattered here and there, because it's not a small dog that they can throw a stone, but it was a huge dog, and it can, at one bite, it can take up 5-6 kgs of your flesh. And Prabhupada coolly turned towards that dog. He said, "Hut, Abhay Charanaravinda, the fearless one," like that Prabhupada told. And then devotees learned, oh, okay, this is how we need to deal with the dog. They turn towards the dog eyes, and we have to say, "Hut," any dog would stop. This is another practical technique. You can try it out. But with the disclaimer, I'm not responsible if something happens, but that's really works for me. And one devotee thought, oh, this will work with Vrindavan monkeys. It doesn't work with Vrindavan monkeys. It will further take away, snatch away. So every animal has a different treatment. So this Tolikunj is a place in the bank of Adi Ganga, very auspicious place. And his father place is Harrison Road, 151. But as soon as he born, the astrologer did the horoscope, and the family was very jubilant and auspicious reading. The astrologer made a specific prediction: when this child will reach at the age of 70, he would cross the ocean, become a great exponent of religion, and open 108 temples. This was predicted on the birthday of Srila Prabhupada. Now, little bit of their genealogy pastime, about how lineage, what lineage Srila Prabhupada comes from. It's important to understand Acharya, how his lineage and all. So there is a Swarna Vanik class family in Bengal. So Bengal that time is headquarters of British, and the British would live in the central Kolkata, and still the Indians who are supporting them, who are accepting them, they would live in the northern part and other parts of Calcutta. But they're separated, so their culture is not mixed. Still, the Indians would wear dhoti, saris, like that. So this Swarna Vanik class is always very rich. And the Britishers then started calling those who deal with the banking, gold and silver with the Britishers, the Molliks. So there's a small part of Swarnavanik community is called Mollik family, and they mainly is to deal with the silver and gold with the Britishers, the business community, the very rich, wealthy community, and Prabhupada belongs to that. And the D family and Mullik family is always related. They always take marriage and girls and things like that. The Gaur Mohan De, the De family's lineage comes from Gotra called ancient sage Gautama. So the Gautama Rishi's lineage is De, and the De family and Mullik's family are Swarna Vanik family. They are all related. They always take bride, grooms, they get the married. So it's a very, Prabhupada comes from very aristocratic family. Gormohan, they was rented a place, a few rooms in the three-story building of this Mullak property. You can see this in the picture, Govinda Bhavan. This is where some of the rooms Prabhupada, the father, had rented it out and they were staying here. And Prabhupada remembers his school days. He used to ride on the same perambulator with Siddheshwara Mullik. He used to call me Moti, and his name was Subidhi. And the servant pushed us together. If one day this friend did not see me, he would become mad. He would not go without me. He would not separate even for a moment. So this is small pastimes of Srila Prabhupada, and also some background about his Radha Govinda pastimes. Prabhupada would lovingly see these devotees when he was living across his house. This Radha Govinda, beautiful deities were there. And his memory was very vivid because we can understand from this Prabhupada recollecting at the age of 70. If I have to say how my maternal mother's house was looking, at vaguely I would remember, but I wouldn't remember the details. But Prabhupada here very descriptively, you can go through this Satswarup Maharaj's description of how Krishna was standing, what kind of dress he was wearing, what garland he was wearing, what sandal fragrance was there, and everything was written in detail. And Prabhupada remembers because this shows the absorption of a pure Vaishnava in the pastimes of Lord Radha Krishna. And he remembered so much details about these deities and the place. So this was Srila Prabhupada was talking in 1976, March 24 in Calcutta. When Prabhupada established ISKCON, he came back and he was talking to his group of devotees. So the place is Thakur Bari, Radha Govinda is my life. That is the beginning of my this spiritual life. And after so many years, still Radha Govinda ji has dragged me. So it is his kindness. So the beginning was the same thing, worship of Radha Krishna deity and introduction of Ratha Yatra. That is, I'm doing it in a bigger scale and a wider scale all over the world. I can remember standing at the doorway of Radha Govinda temple saying prayers to Radha Govinda Murti. I would watch for hours together. The deity was so beautiful with his slanted eyes. So this I've taken it from outside Srila Prabhupada Lilamruta, but yes, somewhere Srila Prabhupada has recorded his affection towards Radha Govinda ji, how it is very important. Even our childhood, our children's, we take them to temple every day, make them stand before the deities, do small prayers, and that way, it's very important, and he is able to remember. And Prabhupada, as I said, he learned everything from his father, right from Ratha Yatra, conducting Ratha Yatra to everything except the distribution of books and printings of the books. So that is his lineage. And Radha Govinda, freshly bathed and dressed, to give an example how the Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada remembered the details of Radha Govinda. Radha Govinda, freshly bathed and dressed, now stood on their silver throne amidst vases of fragrant flowers. Govinda was about 18 inches high. He was 18 inches high. And Radharani was slightly smaller. Both were golden. Radharani bracelets were gold, and both she and Krishna wore gold embroidered silk chadars about their shoulders. The flowers in their hands and hair were small and delicate, and the silver crowns on their heads were bedecked with jewels. Radha and Krishna were slightly smiling. So this is the description, and furthermore description you can see. Now we will see Prabhupada, the chronological order, age 1 to 16, what and all some pastimes of Srila Prabhupada. So when Prabhupada was 1.5 years old, he fell with typhoid. We all know this pastimes of Dr. Bose, family physician, tried to give chicken broth. That is the cue that time they told. But his father denied, no, I don't want that to happen. Um, but if my son has to, that's the only way he can cure, he can survive, then I agree. But we are Vaishnavas, we never cooked it. And both said, no problem, I can cook it at my house. I can bring it, otherwise your son will die. So only on the context of Prabhupada dying is half-heartedly his father accepted. But as soon as he vomited. And his father told, I knew this is what going to happen, and let him die if he has to die, and I'll give it to Radha Govind. So he just placed in altar, temple altar, his house, and gave Charnamrita, and he relied on the holy name for Prabhupada to survive. So Prabhupada has survived from critical condition at the age of 1.5 years. So other thing is that Prabhupada, when he was very young, on the rooftop of Abhay's maternal grandmother's house, this is his father and grandmother's place is about 10 kilometers or 10 miles distance. So he would also quite often go to his maternal grandmother's house, and he would love garden and flowers, greenery, trees, and he would water them, and he would sit a place, he make a place, and he would sit nice bush and make a sitting place. So Prabhupada always lived with nature. He always liked nature. And Abhay was 3. When he was 3, he narrowly escaped another fatal burning. He was playing with the matches. Somehow his dress got burned, but we don't know. Suddenly, one person appeared and he put off the fire and he went away. Nobody's seen this person before. So Prabhupada life is always adventurous, like right from the beginning, child of 1.5 years to 3, and he had multiple time, and still further we see he keep on facing a lot of what do you say, very uh, always he was very dynamic in his life. Always he was a lot of obstacles, or I wouldn't say obstacles. Always there is a path of. He had a lot of life-threatening situations. Many a times he had. So this is the second instance. So again, in the age of 4, the entire Calcutta was plague was spreading, like how we say pandemic. That time this was plague was spreading because of mosquitoes. Many people are dying. There was no medicine. Thousands were moved out of the city to save their life. But when there is one Babaji came to know that he understood the power of Harinam, Hare Krishna mantra, he said, through which I can eradicate plague. He went to everybody's house chanting Harinam. And Prabhupada was really admired and seen, attracted. At the age of 4, he joined this world Babaji, and Sankirtana he did all over Calcutta. So it's a land of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So they all knew the Hare Krishna mantra. Practically, entire pandemic, they could able to chant how we were chanting during pandemic. We are doing so many courses chanting. The same thing was followed there. So this is between the age 1 to 4. I also exclusively Prabhupada remembers his father. So I just thought few compilations about his father, Gaur Mohan De, because it's very, very important how he led the life. This also some example for parenting our children, or how to be Krishna consciousness. So he was a pure Vaishnava. He doesn't know breaking a four regulative principle, and his father, mother also devotees. It's not that he became devotees. He had a cloth shop, and he would keep a bowl of rice in the middle of the floor so that the rats doesn't uh, torn the cloth or something like that. And he would read from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srimad Bhagavatam, the main scriptures of Bengali Vaishnavas. Bengali Vaishnavas always they would cherish Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and chant and japa beads and worship the deity of Lord Krishna. We can see that all Prabhupada is whatever given. He was trying to follow right from the age of birth. So Prabhupada knew he'd been practicing Krishna conscious for many, many years. And Prabhupada says that my father did not had a very aristocratic or very rich. He would just get 250 rupees in a month, but that was more than sufficient for us to live happily. There is no shortage. Prabhupada is giving one example that there would be mangoes. My father would keep a lot of mangoes. It's not that I need to ask, can I take one more mango, ma'am? Sir, mom, that would never happen, or I wouldn't ask. Just the player run around, they just grab mango, they keep eating as much as they wanted it. Nowadays, we'll also in the house, we keep, our kids has to ask, can I have one more, please? Can I have extra? Do you have? Then they would take it. But it was not the case, because the abundant mangoes you get, especially in Bengal, no? If you go interior Bangalore, Bengal and all, there will be a lot of mangoes. And people not even sell 5 rupees. You get a dozen. Now also you say 5 rupees one mango you get, because there are a lot of mango grows, especially interior. If you ask our Bengali devotees who are cooking, they will tell, during the season, nobody, they just throw wasted because they don't know what to do. So there were plenty of mangoes during that time. And he would buy 2.5 kilograms of milk, so there will be sufficient milk for the kids to drink. And still on top of it, he would invite 4 or 5 guest sannyasis to his house or babajis, whoever it is. And he would buy retail, he would buy wholesale so that we can keep it stock, the supplies of coal and other stuff like that. So that way you'd be able to save and you were able to manage with 250 rupees. Their life was happy. Prabhupada never said, I never seen there was a scarcity. And his main business was puja, not business of a cloth merchant. His livelihood just to do some business he was going. Otherwise, his main business was puja. Gormogan, they used to get up at 7 to 8 a.m. and go for shopping, come back at 10 to 1, he would do bhajan, kirtan, puja, reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Then after lunch, he would go to shop. At 2 to 10, he will be there in the shop. Sometime in between also he takes a nap. And 10 o'clock he comes back again. Again he starts his puja. So that was his routine. Ideal father. So by, last class I told how by exemplary life, more prachar than achar, the morning people catch based on achar, not based on prachar, especially family members. So the art of parenting, and there are a lot of points we can learn as a grahastha, or we can pass down how Gaur Mohan Dev was managing his son. When everybody was telling he should become barrister, he should become a lawyer in London, that's best for him. And everybody was, his family was thinking, everybody, Prabhupada is to become a lawyer. But his father rejected outright what he will go by doing, going to Western world. When Abhay's mother said she wanted him to become British lawyer when he grew up, one of thought it was a good idea, but Gaur Mohan they would not hear of it. If Abhay went to England, he would be influenced by the European dress and manners. He will learn drinking and woman hunting. Gaur Mohan then objected, I do not want his money. So Prabhupada, so he did not want very ambitious, materialistically ambitious son. He wanted to make him wonderful preacher. He would hire a mridanga player. He would set a Vaishnava goals. Even to become servant of Radharani. Every person who comes to his house, any Babaji comes, he'll say, please make my son Radharani's servant, so that Radharani is pleased. So we're all Gaudiya Vaishnava. See, look at it. The mood in which we are also always pray to Radharani. We go to Krishna through Radharani, and of course Gauranitai. Through Gauranitai, we get Radharani's mercy, Radharani's mercy, we get Krishna. So his father knew exactly, and he always prayed to Radharani, Srimad Radharani. Shows Radha Vinod ki jai. So, and he never chastised his son, but whenever he has to chastise, he would give the example of Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu father also, Jagannath Mishra also used to scold his son to correct him. So I'm doing that. So Prabhupada father knew right from the beginning, my son is very special and he's going to preach. So he was treating as a not doing Vaishnava Prad, even though his father and son, see the delicate relationship what they had. And he would accompany him. They used to walk and talk. See, the main problem is in the family, we don't talk. Mobile, each one of us in the room, different chatting, but we may be physically present, but mentally we are far away. But here his father, son would walk for us 10 miles. One is good health. Other thing is that they save few annas, paisas from the tram fare. The time tram was there. So they would talk a lot of things open-heartedly, share from reading, Krishna conscious philosophy. And then used to observe people. The yogi will be sitting for many years. He wouldn't move. And Prabhupada would notice all those things. So other thing is another example of his father-mother relationship is the husband and wife never should fight before the children. I don't know how many parents follow that, but it is very, very healthy. It disturbs the children very heavily when father-mother fights. What to talk about the divorce? It is completely devastating life mentally they will have. So the father wife is always submissive. They never had an argument, peaceful conflict or anything. or they never seen, Prabhupada never seen. So that is Prabhupada all giving lessons of art of parenting here, how one ideally husband and wife should live, and how the children should be at least given whatever eatables sufficiently, and openly talk with the kids for a longer time. That helps to build the bondings and things like that. So, and Prabhupada love for kachori and toys. Let us see what Prabhupada liked it. And even though his name is Moti Nandulal Nandu, and his grandmother called him Kachori Moki because he just loves kachoris. The vendor will be cooking and he would put inside the pockets completely filled, or his mother cooks, he would take so much kachoris, put it in his pocket. So much. One day Prabhupada was demanding, I need a kachori late night, 10 o'clock. Gormo one day is not yet returned from the shop, and his mother scolded him and made him to sleep. Then when Prabhupada father Gaur Mohan they came, and he's surprised to see Prabhupada was crying, and yes, what happened? He's telling he's too demanding, and he's asking at 10 o'clock, Kachori, where do I go? And his father said, no, no, you should satisfy him. She personally cooked Kachori because those, even nowadays also it's a custom that if you go any Bengal house, they would eat muri, puff rice, some milk. Even in some of this call when to Yakachakradam and all, see, so that still the lifestyle is that they take little bit more in the night, may not be heavy. Most of them they take like that. So he also Prabhupada sometime would wake up and along with his father he would eat the muri milk, and he made sure that kachori was cooked, and they eat this. And Prabhupada toys was gun. His favorite toy was gun. One time he was crying and got one. Another one he wanted it. He was on the street laying down and he was kicking his feet. And his father, still compassionate, got another one. He had a wind-up car and cow that jumped, and also there is a dog which is jumping. So these are the some of the toys which Prabhupada had in his childhood lifetime. And Gormohande is to give the best of the things to Srila Prabhupada. Pair of shorts imported from England, and also any Kashmir chadar or something, then he would present it to his son. So we also, anything best, we should offer to Srila Prabhupada first in our temple. So if you find something nice article, we have nice altar for him, nice chadar, nice dress, we also need to offer to Srila Prabhupada. So about his father, we saw about his mother. So much intimate relationship Prabhupada had um, with her, with his mother. So there are certain things she would follow to protect, how Yashoda Maya was protecting Krishna, and she was protecting Srila Prabhupada. First thing is she would take saliva and put it on the forehead before Prabhupada goes out to play. She thinks that that can protect him. Next, one time she offered a blood from her breast. Third, she would taken a vow to eat in left hand until Abhay would ask mother, why are you eating from left hand? And she would also put a iron bangle around his leg to give a protection. One time he wanted to remove, and she said, no, no, don't remove it now. So like that, she would always protect Srila Prabhupada, take a lot of vows. She thinks that because on her vow, Srila Prabhupada has been protected. One time he ate watermelon seed, and every kids were not like us, anybody, we are also gone through the same stage, eat a lot of seeds, and we go and ask our parents, oh, friends are telling the tree will grow, what should I do? And she would chant some mantra, and Prabhupada would be pacified, saying now the tree would not grow. And she would make sure that personally she takes her to Ganges, nearby Ganges, and bathe him. Sometimes he would refuse to take bath. Prabhupada is very, naughty and very adamant. Sometimes he would break the glass pipes and things like that. One time he banged his head on the ground, bleeding, and everyone came and said, "What are you doing? You're trying to kill your son." And and she would give him Srila Prabhupada the food supplement called Horlicks. By the way, I'm not authorizing this brand. You just mentioned, and it's also not authorized or bona fide since because our bona fide acharya is taking. I wouldn't say it is bona fide. Anywhere we are not promoting this. I'm just telling as a statement. It was there in the in our Prabhupada Lilamruta. So any of that is not completely authorized. So I'm not authorizing that. So then Prabhupada would always depend on his mother, even going for urine. He would hold and ask mother, Sari, can I go? Prabhupada is so obedient, and her mother would say, "Who is stopping? Why don't you go? Why are you asking me all these things?" So because Prabhupada is so dependent on her mother, it just shows that how dependency on his mother, and he would ask always. One time his baby tooth fell, and he told placed under his mother told to place it under the pillow. Then she would replace it with money, and Prabhupada would demand later, "Give me that money. I want to spend like that." Um, so when she was 30 years, when Srila Prabhupada was born, her age was 30. In case of dysentery, and she would cure with hot puris and brinjal sabji with salt. This is the medicine she used to give. And he would generally, her mother takes the Bhavadarani or other people to comb her hair. But Prabhupada would demand, when he is there, I want to do the combing of mother's hair, and he would do a lot of naughty things, and he would create such a disturbance. And she would allow him because he wouldn't listen. And one like ladies, they would paint their feet with red, and Prabhupada started painting his feet also. Then she said, "No, it is you should not do." But he said, "Everybody is doing. I also want to do." Like that, Prabhupada had so much bonding with his mother. Now let us come to the school pastimes of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada didn't want to go to school. Always he would excuse, I say, "I'll go tomorrow." His father also will in, "Oh, chodo chodo, kal jayega." Then he would complain next day, "I'm getting a lot of stomach aches." No, the regular excuses what our kids give, the same thing. But Rajini was so determined that she hired a person for 40 rupees every month to escort him. So when Prabhupada tried to escape from the school, they would forcefully take him in the hand and put him in the school. But later he became a very good student. Um, so the other wonderful thing is that there's another art of parenting is that whatever the childhood before 10 years of age, they have so much memory grasping power. They would read whatever they would read, remember it. So I was reading, hearing my grannies used to tell Ramayana, Mahabharata. I read. It is fresh in memory. But that's because there's so much capacity for the young kids, like before 10, 12 years, whatever they could memorization of shloka, everything that will stay fresh forever. So Prabhupada, lifetime, he would go to the neighbor's house, granny's place. Then they would look at the black and white pictures of Mahabharata. They would daily recite Mahabharata stories, and grandmother asked him to read this vernacular edition of this. Prabhupada completely read Ramayana, Mahabharata during his young age. So he would read. Then Abhay was put into kindergarten. Uh, 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 See, in addition to the education Abhay received at the kindergarten, to which he had at first been forcibly dragged, he also received private tutoring at home, his fifth year to his eighth. So this is fifth year to eighth. He learned to read Bengali and began learning Sanskrit as well, Srila Prabhupada. And when he was 8 years old, Abhay entered into the nearby Motilal Seal-Free School on the corner of Harrison and Central Roads. So this was about his schooling and reading of the scripture at the young age that he remembered later. Srila Prabhupada used to write wonderful books. So it's all preparation. You can see this. These are the basic ingredients of somebody's preparation. Somebody's giving very good lectures, very good have means they have previously either read it or they have done a very good childhood remembering these pastimes, or they've spent some time learning this. And let's come to the Rath Yatra pastime. How are we doing with the time? Okay, 8 o'clock. I will wind up. So Rath Yatra pastimes, we all know that Prabhupada wanted to see in that Radha Govinda temple. They would have like Puri, Jagannath Yatra, they would have three carts. They would do a great festival, and Prabhupada was observing Radha Govinda temple, how they were conducting big procession of Rath Yatra. They would distribute Mahaprasadam, and he also wanted to imitate that. So he was asking Gormogan, they tried with the carpenters, nobody could able to do. It was very expensive, not able to do. Then when old Bengali lady heard, she said, "I have a cart." So Gormogan, they made it all arrangements, and everybody agreed. And Srila Prabhupada would imitate along with his friends, Mirdanga, Kartal, he would play. And his mother would cook so much dishes to offer Jagannath, and Abhay would imitate, inspiring, he would do a pujari And so it's become so big that neighbors would ask, why are you not inviting for the Rath Yatra? They say, no, it's a kids play. But you are depriving saying kids play, but it is a big festival. You're doing Kirtan, proper Kirtan, Prasadam, so much things being distributed. So Prabhupada started his Rath Yatra at this age, but we can see that he was doing in a grand scale. So this age between 6 to 12, then 13 to 16, there are two slides are there. I will quickly wind up, but 8:05, I will 5 minutes more extra if you allow me. I'll finish that and we can open up for more discussion. When Abhay was 6 years old, this is another art of parenting, giving own personal deities to take care of them so that they develop an attachment. So he asked, like you, I want also worship. So his father immediately brought Radha Krishna set of deities and Bhavatarani and Prabhupada as a pair. And they would bathe them, worship them, decorate them. They, as a friends, they would grow together. Because their other brothers would tease them, saying, Bhavatarani and you, away, you are worshipping the deities. You're not focusing on the education. You will have a short life. But they never bothered. They loved so much. Then, so from fifth year to eighth year, private tutoring was happening. As I read previously, Prabhupada was given a special tutor to learn Sanskrit and Bengali. So we can see the basis of Sanskrit is again Prabhupada. Sanskrit scholars comes from here. He's been taught separately, and the Sanskrit. His father knew what is the complete ingredient required for an acharya. So he taught Mridanga, he taught Sanskrit, he taught the value system. He taught him how to, give him whatever is required. And he Rath Yatra conducting, giving personal deities. So his preparation was amazing. So his father knew how to prepare an acharya. So like that, so about 10 years of age, you have seen the tram rails being laid down, electric tram in the Harrison Road. So Prabhupada seeing all those developments which are happening in his place. And Prabhupada loved to ride bicycle in the busy streets of Calcutta. And he want to play football, but he wants to prefer to be a goalie because he doesn't need to move around. But he loves to ride cycle. At the age of 12, he was initiated by a professional guru, and a professional guru was told about his guru that he would do a lot of siddhis. One time he asked what he liked to eat. His previous guru, I mean, Param Guru was asking. Then his guru told that I wanted some pomegranates. He picked up from fresh pomegranate from Afghanistan. One time, along with his guru, he traveled to Dwarka city. So he would explain the professional guru who initiated Srila Prabhupada that hope yogic power of his guru. One time, Prabhupada would see that yogis tied up in the back and they would come out. See, these are something Prabhupada has seen, but he never valued them. So when you read Srila Prabhupada books and purports, he talks about message about Mayavadi or it is about Ashtanga Yoga, other process of yoga. Prabhupada would condemn it because from childhood he's been seeing all this. This Siddhis and all is something which is not new to Srila Prabhupada. It is part of his life. And right from the childhood, he did not give much importance to this compared to devotion service. That time itself, it is very clear, devotion service is supreme than the other process of yoga. So when you see his Prabhupada purport and explanation, it comes out naturally. Sometimes you'll be wondering why Srila Prabhupada is writing so heavily on this, so much things, this is also another process. But Prabhupada was very clear right from his childhood and he knew all this philosophy. So, and this is the last slide. We would end with that. And this is between age 13 and 16. So age of 13, there are a lot of riots broke out in the neighborhood, Hindu Muslim riots. They were all friends, neighbor, respectable families, but they started beating each other. When he was coming to a house and people said, don't go that side, it is rioting now. But one person was literally chased to kill him, but he somehow escaped and he came to his house and his mother were completely, life has come back. So Prabhupada life is always adventurous, let it be catching the fire or he breaking his head, play coming, or it is typhoid or it is riot. So Prabhupada always had a miracle escapes in his lifetime. So then age of 15, he was affected with beriberi and his mother also stricken and she would give him some calcium chloride powder on his leg and they survived both. Um, So, and her mother died at the age of 16. So Prabhupada was devastated because the dependency, even though they fight, quarrel, but the kind of dependency he had on mother was too much. And she left at that age, and his father gave him very good advice. He instructed Abhay that there was nothing for which lament. Deginosme nadadehi kaumaram yavanam chara tata dehantra prapti dhirastatra namuhyati. The soul is eternal and everything happens by the will of Krishna. So he would have faith and depend upon Krishna. Abhay listened and understood. So his father was always Krishna conscious father. Yesterday we heard that Krishna Murti Prabhu suddenly passed away, one of our congregation member. So we'll also pray for him. So similarly, life comes like that. So, but we always depend. I request his family to pray, depend on Krishna. It's all Krishna's plan. So like that, we have seen a complete life cycle. Um, I would open up for questions, reflection. If not, I want to wind up with one small pastimes of Srila Prabhupada, but I would open up now for reflection and comments. Then, if time permits, I will narrate one pastime of Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu. So nice, so wonderful, covers so many points. Especially throughout, you stressed on the art of parenting. Definitely, I think we failed to a certain extent. So definitely, it's a good lesson for all of us. Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, now devotees can share, unmute any questions, comments, realization. Please go ahead. Anyone can try unmuting, whether it's working or not. It's okay.
It's working.
Okay. Please go ahead. Anything.
It's wonderful. It's like a picture right in front of the eyes, the whole scene we can visualize. Though we have read Lilamruta, now I cannot forget any of the incidents which you told. Dandot Pranam Prabhu. Very nice. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much for the wonderful nectar what you have given to us today. So actually, Prabhu, I had one realization. I was just reading yesterday the Prabhupada Lilamruta. So I was thinking, I am not able to remember whatever I am reading. I'm not able to remember. So I was thinking, Krishna, why I am not able to remember anything? But today I found the classes for the Prabhupada or Srila Prabhupada only. So I thought maybe Krishna is reciprocated. You hear, by hearing you can remember. Maybe like that. Yes, given this class, I thought really it's a nectar, Prabhu. I was able to remember whatever I was reading yesterday. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Haribol.
Thank you, Shailaja Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandas Pranam, Prabhu.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prabhu, for nectarian class. Whenever you explain about Prabhupada, Prabhu, it is very blissful to hear and very human, Prabhu. Thank you very much. Thanks so much. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you, Mataji. So I will 2 minutes. I'll take wonderful pastime. I will. Yeah, go
Hare
ahead,
Krishna
Mataji.
Prabhu, Dandavat Pranams. Thanks for the
Yeah.
wonderful class, Prabhu. We were reading better. Now hearing, we are able to imprint nicely about Srila Prabhupada's pastimes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
So
Dandavat.
this is Prabhupada's childhood friend. One time, Prabhupada's disciple Atmatattva Prabhu, he was given in charge of making a life membership. He was struggling most of the time. Those days there is no contact and all. Nowadays everything you have. That time yellow pages will be there. Sometime you have to take the name and you have to call. That's the only option they had. So this Atma Tattva Prabhu was calling. When he saw some name Ganguly, he thought, okay, it's a Bengali. It's a good. So he called up and he picked up. He said, Hare Krishna, I'm talking, and now we want your founder Acharya is also ISKCON Bengali devotee, and we are conducting programs, and you should help us become a life member. He said, yeah, immediately you come tomorrow. He was surprised. So this person is given appointment. He went there next day. And this Ganguly was in a meeting. It's a big bungalow. It's a big office, very opulent. He's a very wealthy man. He was thinking how this guy is immediately agreed to give us a time. As soon as they said Hare Krishna devotees has come, he stopped this meeting and he told all of them, I have to meet this Hare Krishnas, and he came. Then Atma Tattva Prabhu met and he told, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Swami Prabhupada is Bengali. He's establishing this. We are doing Food for Life. You should become life membership. Then Mr. Ganguly asked, how much is the amount, life membership? And he said some 2,500 or something number. And he immediately wrote a check of 10,000 and he gave. Then this Atma Tattva Prabhu was really amazed. He was speechless. He doesn't know. Generally it takes a lot of energy to make life membership. People doesn't know that time initially. Then Mr. Ganguly said, don't think that because of your expert preaching, I'm giving this check. This is because I know Prabhupada already. Then he was telling my father and Srila Prabhupada were schoolmates. And one time it so happened that Prabhupada went to abroad, and he came back with his friends. When he was in Calcutta, then he saw Mr. Ganguly, some of his son went to Prabhupada lecture, and Prabhupada recognized him. And he said, "Oh, where is your father, my classmate, best classmate?" He said, "No, he's at home and I just came for the class." And he said, "You bring him tomorrow." So his son goes back and tells his father that today I met your school friend, Srila Prabhupada, and he wanted you to come tomorrow. Then his father felt very embarrassing situation. Where is A.C. Swami Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada? Where am I? I am nowhere, but he has gone to become as Jagat Guru. How do I go and see him? He felt a little embarrassing situation. Then he said his son, no, I don't want to go and meet him. But he said, tomorrow I'm going. What should I tell if he asks? You tell him I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm not able to come. The next day, Ganguly goes and meets Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada asked him, where is my friend? Where is your father? He said, no, I didn't tell him. Sorry, he told he's sick. That's why. Prabhupada immediately said, oh, he's sick. He's not able to come. Let me come. He took all his disciples and he was navigating the gullies as if he knows everything. And he went directly to the Ganguly's house. And his father was sitting. He was really embarrassed seeing Srila Prabhupada affectionate for his schoolmate. And he came and he said, hey, what are you doing? Please come with me. He was a Sanskrit teacher. He said, we are our disciples. You can teach Sanskrit. You come with me. I'll take you. And he said, no, some other time like that. And then after the talking, Prabhupada came. So this had happened. So before passing away, Mr. Ganguly's father, he called his son. He asked him a little bit of water. Then he said, A.C.'s Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada will take me. Then he passed away. So then Ganguly was recollecting when Prabhupada came to his house and told, come with me, I'll take care of it. I didn't understood the meaning. Now I understood A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. And before father leaving, father told my A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami will take care of me to the spiritual world. So this is another childhood instance of Srila Prabhupada reciprocated with his schoolmates as well. He delivered not only his disciples and also other family, friends, members, Srila Prabhupada. So this is another childhood remembrance of Srila Prabhupada with his schoolmates. I thought I'll share with this and end the session. A wonderful story of Srila Prabhupada first time. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. So nice. So wonderful stories. It's not actually a story, it's a pastime of Srila Prabhupada. Many times we feel that we are preaching, but it's not, we are preaching. Prabhupada already preached.
Yeah, Prabhupada is always nectar. So much nectar. Every time we hear, we know something, we have listened, we have gone through this entire Lilamruta, but still, when you want to hear, every time it's new. Every time something to learn.
Yeah.
Okay, if it is 8:50,
any other comments?
Do our Vaishnava prayers.
Okay, Prabhu, go ahead.
Ramapriya Mataji, thank you very much. Saraswati Mataji, Uttara Mataji, Dayamai Prabhu, thank you very much for all of you. Shailaja Mataji, thank you.
Okay, go ahead, Prabhu. Ved Vaishnava Pranam.
Pancha Kalpatarobhasya, Kripa Sindhubhaya Patita Nam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Brahmanam. We can also pray for the wonderful devotee who was doing seva at our temple by chanting and muting once. You can chant Hare Krishna mantra for the Prabhus.
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. So I'll end the meeting now. We'll see you tomorrow, same time. Hare Krishna. Pranam.